I'm going to play out in a moment a clip of Digvijay Singh, who I was following on the campaign trail here in Madhya Pradesh. I'm in your hometown right now, Bhopal, Rashid, or one of your hometowns. You have many towns that you call home. And it's very interesting. Without saying, he kind of indicated that not everybody in the Congress is convinced of the decision that the Gandhi family has taken. It is clearly a personal decision because the party was on record saying that they wanted both siblings to contest. What happened according to you?
And nothing actually. When it comes to Gandhis and Gandhi siblings, with due respect to Tehseen, see, there is nobody other than the three who know it very clearly and exactly. Rest of them, they make some kind of guesswork. They put two and two together. We must remember some very basic and elementary things. But when it comes to dynasty, when it comes to Gandhi family, Gandhis are not hankering for power as such to get into Lok Sabha, Raj Sabha. Priyanka Gandhi is 15-year junior to Rahul Gandhi when it comes to politics. Rahul Gandhi came in politics in January 2004. Priyanka Gandhi came in 2019. Priyanka Gandhi considers Rahul as first among equals by her own accord, by her own admission, by her own choice. In any dynasty, Barkha, whether Badals or Yadavs or Pawars or Sindhyas, there is one person who leads. There are others, but there is one person who is a centerpiece. In this case, it is Rahul Gandhi, and there is no dispute about it.
That's a very important thing you've just said. One, you've called Priyanka Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi's junior by 15 years politically, not age-wise. Age-wise, they're only 1 year apart. And secondly, you're saying that there is a formal now kind of affirmation that the political face of the Congress is Rahul Gandhi, not Priyanka Gandhi. Is that correct?
Yeah, Barkha, this was always there. Priyanka Gandhi always addresses Rahul Gandhi as my leader. When Rahul Gandhi was Congress president earlier. So Rahul Gandhi is, I mean, now that Sonia Gandhi is not that active in Congress politics, Rahul Gandhi is first among equals. And this is the political leadership of Congress party is firmly with Rahul Gandhi. Is there any leader, Barkha, across party lines who's fighting two Lok Sabha elections?
Okay, so you're now making his fighting of the two Lok Sabha elections sounding like a virtue. Tehseen, did you have a brief interjection before I go to Ashwini, Sabha, and Aarti? Briefly, that's Tehseen.
No, I agree with what Rashid ji said that Priyanka ji is Rahul ji's junior by 15 years. But I personally believe Priyanka ji is the best orator in the country, especially the Congress. Her Hindi is immaculate. It's very difficult for the Prime Minister to attack her because he realizes that it backfires, so he doesn't really attack her. While her attacks on the Prime Minister are extremely sharp, without it being personal or sounding bad. Her command over language is excellent. She brings out a lot of even the fence sitters to her side. She's not polarizing. So I do believe firmly that somebody like Priyanka Gandhi Vadra ji should be in Parliament. I believe this extremely firmly. I also believe one of the tricks the Congress missed in both the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha is their leaders in the two houses were not people who are very articulate with respect to Adhir Ranjan ji and Kharge ji. I have a lot of respect for them. I believe that Priyanka Gandhi ji can bring the heft that both Ahmed Patel had politically and the articulation she and Sachin Pilot do have that can take the Congress forward. She's a phenomenal articulate leader. I do believe this. I'm not saying this because I'm related.
So why has she not contested? If she's going to steer the campaign, पहले theory दी जा रही थी कि उनको nationally campaign करना है. She's needed elsewhere in India. If your theory is correct, and there's no sibling rivalry, there's no tension, there's no competition, Rahul is her leader, and she wanted to contest, why didn't she contest?
In my opinion, Priyanka Gandhi Vadra ji should be in Parliament. That's my opinion. Why she contested, didn't contest, I don't know. I believe firmly she should be in Parliament. I believe firmly she should be
in Lok Sabha. In Lok Sabha.
Yeah, in absolutely in Lok Sabha. I believe she Lok Sabha. Lok Sabha. And I believe firmly she should take on the Honorable Prime Minister more because he finds it very difficult to take on. He may use the term Shehzada, he cannot use the term Shehzadi. He's never done it, he can't attack her.
Okay, I will play out her clip. ओके अश्विनी जी, तहसीन जी कहते हैं बीजेपी और प्रधानमंत्री प्रियंका जी से डरते हैं. मोदी जी कहते हैं राहुल गांधी डर के भाग गए. तहसीन कहते हैं मोदी जी प्रियंका जी से डरते हैं.
देखिए, तहसीन जी ने बहुत अच्छी बातें कही और बहुत बढ़िया बातें कही. प्रियंका जी के लिए बहुत शानदार बातें कही इन्होंने. अच्छा वक्ता इन्होंने कहा तो सही है, अच्छा वक्ता बोल रही हैं, अच्छा बोल रही हैं. राहुल जी से तो अच्छा ही बोल रही हैं, तहसीन जी का भी मानना है. तो देश देख रहा है कि किस तरीके से उनको रायबरेली और अमेठी में भेजा गया है। अमेठी में वो भाषण दे रही थी। देखिए, अभी हम लोगों ने परसों 2-3 दिन पहले आपके साथ एक प्रोग्राम किया था, उसमें भी यही मुद्दा था और मैंने अंत में आपको कहा था कि प्रियंका जी ने जो बोला कि मैं 6 तारीख को आऊंगी और रायबरेली में अपने भाई के लिए कैंपेन करूंगी, उन्होंने अमेठी के लिए नहीं कहा था। और तहसीन भाई ने इतना उत्साहवर्धन किया कि केएल शर्मा जी जीत रहे हैं और वो एंटी इनकम्बेंसी है। तहसीन भाई, 7% वोट था कांग्रेस का उत्तर प्रदेश में 2019 में। प्रियंका जी आई, लड़की हूं, लड़ सकती हूं, नारा दिया उत्तर प्रदेश में और यही नारा भूल गई, क्योंकि उत्तराखंड में भी चुनाव था, वहां वो नारा नहीं पहुंचा, पंजाब में नहीं पहुंचा वो, और यहां पर वोट ले आई 2%। स्कूटर पर घूमी, पैदल घूमी, साइकिल, जो भी उनको मिला उन्होंने प्रचार किया। बहुत अच्छा बोलती थी उस समय भी, लड़कियां औरतें सब साथ में रहती थी। यहाँ तो बहुत बड़े बड़े पोस्टर लगे थे, कितने कितने के, बड़ा सब वो प्रियंका जो है मौर्य जी का पोस्टर लगा था, बड़ा भारी एक देखने को मिला था। मगर देखिए, रायबरेली और अमेठी का बड़ा ही अलग वो है। अमेठी हम लोग जीते, एक अब राहुल जी माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी शहजादा कहते हैं, तो हम भी शहजादा कह लेते हैं उनको। भाई अंतिम चश्मो चिराग हैं गांधी परिवार के, अभी फिलहाल उनकी शादी नहीं हुई तो बाद के बच्चे उनके नहीं है। अब तो प्रियंका जी की ही डायनेस्टी आगे बढ़ेगी ना, तो अब तो इनका जो है हम अंतिम चश्मो चिराग कह सकते हैं। तो मैं ये कहता हूं कि 5 लाख, ये नेता नहीं हुए थे, नए नए आए, इनको नेता बनाया गया, 5 लाख से लगभग वोट से जीते। दूसरी बात 3,70,000 से जीते। अब देखते रहिएगा कैसे इनका ये लैंड कर रहे हैं। 3,70,000 से जब स्मृति जी 14 में आती हैं तो 1,07,000 से जीतते हैं। उसके बाद 55,000 से हार जाते हैं। तो भाई, जब हमने 1,07,000 किया, 55 से हराया, तो हमारा तो मन बढ़ा हुआ है। भारतीय जनता पार्टी इस समय देश में चढ़ी हुई पार्टी है और उत्तर प्रदेश में योगी और राष्ट्र में मोदी जी का नाम है। तो जो 55,000 की हार है, वो मुझे लग रहा है कि 2-2.5 लाख की हार शर्मा जी की होगी। यही बात रायबरेली पर लागू होती है। सोनिया गांधी जी 80% वोट पाती हैं 2004 में, उसके बाद 72% पर आ जाती हैं 9 में, 63% पर आ जाती हैं 14 में, और 55% वोट पाती हैं 19 में, वो भी डिक्रीजिंग ऑर्डर में है। तो कांग्रेस को यह समझ लेना चाहिए कि 80% वोट पाने वाला अगर 55% पर आ सकता है, इसका मतलब कि इस चुनाव में उसकी हार निश्चित थी, और वही राहुल जी के साथ फिर से होने वाला है। और मैंने जो बात कहा था, एक लाइन बोलकर मैं समाप्त करूंगा बरखा जी, आपकी इजाजत से। तहसीन जी, देखिए, मैंने कहा, और शायद बरखा जी आपने मेरा ट्वीट नहीं देखा होगा, व्यस्त हैं आप, मैंने आपको टैग करके ट्वीट किया था, आपके पिछले जो हमने बोला था वो बात।
अच्छा,
69 मैंने कहा था,
सॉरी मिस हो गया, मैं देखूंगी उसको आज। हाँ,
मैंने 69 आपके उसमें बोला था कि कांग्रेस में एक और टूट होने वाली है इस चुनाव के बाद। 69 मुझे दिख रहा है जो इंदिरा जी निकाली गई थी। उसके बाद आता है रॉबर्ट वाड्रा जी का एक खेद प्रकट वाला ट्वीट, वो भी मैंने उसमें लगाया हुआ है, आप देखिएगा। यहां से चुनाव में वो लगा देते हैं बैनर पोस्टर अमेठी से। इतने बुरे तो नहीं थे। अगर प्रियंका जी इतनी अच्छी वक्ता हैं, तो उनके पति अगर वहां से लड़ लेते, जो कि वो चीख चीख कर हर मीडिया पर कह रहे थे कि भाई हमको चुनाव लड़ना चाहिए, यहाँ की जनता चाहती है, उनको नहीं लड़ाया गया, प्रियंका जी को नहीं लड़ाया गया। और हमारी बातों को प्रियंका जी के बहुत अच्छे सलाहकार रहे प्रमोद कृष्णन साहब ने कई चैनलों पर कहा है कि वो टूट होने वाली है कांग्रेस में। प्रियंका कांग्रेस अलग होगी, राहुल कांग्रेस अलग होगी। जी,
आपका ट्विटर पे मैं जरूर इस शो के बाद कमेंट देखूंगी, लेकिन आपकी जो बात है, मैं पैनल पे, आई वांट पैनल टू हैव एन अपॉर्चुनिटी टू कमेंट ऑन इट। लेट्स कम आउट ऑफ दीस पिक्चर्स नाउ। आई वांट टू गो टू Sabha and Aarti. Tehseen, give me a second because the others haven't spoken. Sabha, you feel like maybe there's a different theory working here. What's the theory? Your tweet suggested that perhaps there is more to this than meets the eye. Like, it's not as... Have I mixed up your tweet? Okay, start. Over to you. Okay.
Let me be very clear. Since I know the terrain of... it is correct that the Congress margins have been going down. And there is no guarantee that Amethi could have been won. But, so tactically, how do you play this? There's constant pressure, go fight. Akhilesh was putting hell of a lot of pressure. He's saying, मैं कन्नौज जा रहा हूँ, डिम्पल जा रही है मैनपुरी, why are you not fighting? So there was a lot of pressure on the Gandhis to go there without the certainty of victory in Amethi for one or two reasons. Not because they don't believe that one of them will not be more popular than Smriti Irani. It is also about management of the assembly segments. And some of the opposition MLAs there had cross-voted in the Rajya Sabha elections. Please keep that in mind. They had not stuck. So how do you know that the MLA constituency will work for you? The Congress just does not have the structures or the resources in Uttar Pradesh. They don't. And BJP has everything, but yet at the same time, so there is a question here that had he declared right in the beginning, I will fight 2 seats, it would be better. You know, like in 2014, we knew Prime Minister fighting from Vadodara and Banaras. The point is, it comes later, and we can critique all that. But why was this done? And also, now Smriti Irani is one individual who's high profile in the media, who was a giant killer in 2019 in the middle of a Modi Pulwama Balakot type of wave. Okay. Now, should the Gandhis who see themselves as leading the opposition walk into a contest with Smriti Irani? So they have done the correct thing in not doing that, because it's not a sure seat when your own opposition MLAs are cross-voting.
So haro,
Rather-
fight
Huh?
karke haro. You fight, you win some, you
No,
lose
but then
some.
they're
That's
going to-
life.
No, Barkha, now the other thing is this also, what I also find interesting, the announcement comes on the last date, okay? So there are 2-3 things that will happen. Oddly, the BJP, which has all the structures, doesn't have enthusiasm. It's a fact. The enthusiasm is low, which is why the PM is going all over. I'm not the only one to have gone to the ground and been quite stunned. For instance, they may have lost a few seats, but not too many, because it's not as if the enthusiasm is less among their people. It's like sections of the BJP are sulking with the BJP, which doesn't mean they're dying to vote for the opposition either. Please understand, people must not mistake what I'm saying, because I have done a lot of ground coverage here. Similarly, in Raebareli, it is a much safer seat. Amethi was a harder seat because of the cross-voting by your opposition MLAs in the Rajya Sabha election. So they could have lost. It would have been a bad thing, because we don't know.
So do you think they're being pragmatic?
I think they were being pragmatic. And also for Smriti Irani, let's put it this way, Barkha, had she won or had she lost, to have fought against Rahul Gandhi is a victory anyway, right? Now she has to win. You have this guy, and now meanwhile you have the double hand where Priyanka is going to go and campaign for him in Amethi, apparently, according to the news I've seen.
Yes,
So
yes.
it is tactically, when you have very little left to preserve.
So Aarti, do you agree that it's tactical and pragmatic? And then I want to play Digvijay's clips and get a round of comments from Rashid and Tehseen. Tehseen, now please get off your phone and pay attention to what we're talking about. Aarti, do you agree with Sabha? Pragmatic and tactical?
Look, Barkha, I don't think the Priyanka Gandhi Vadra story and Rahul Gandhi story is over yet. All right. Remember that Rahul Gandhi is contesting from 2 seats. He is likely to win both seats. After the election, he has to give up 1 seat. And from what I understand, because I don't claim to have any knowledge of the inner thinking of the Gandhi family circle. As Rashid said, I think very, very few people have that, that privilege. But from what I understand, he is very comfortable in Wayanad. He really likes Wayanad. Most likely, he will give up Raebareli. Again, it's a guess I'm taking. And then maybe Priyanka Gandhi Vadra will enter the, fray at that time. So the story is not over. Just because she's not contesting right now doesn't mean that she cannot contest later. There has to be a bipole in one of those 2 seats. And, there is every chance that Priyanka Vadra will contest one of them. There's every chance, okay? Secondly, yes, it's true that Raebareli is the easiest seat to win. Amethi is a much more difficult seat to win. Smriti Irani has been fighting Rahul Gandhi in her mind for I don't know how many weeks already. Long before, this decision was announced, she had decided that Rahul Gandhi was going to be her opponent. And I think she's feeling very cheated that, she now has to fight what, Dinesh Pratap Singh called a peon. Can you imagine? That's like Manish Shankar Iyer's Chaiwala comment. Who does he think he is to call KL Sharma a peon? And, KL Sharma is somebody, he's not high profile, it's true. He doesn't have any celebrity status. He doesn't have that power, sort of thing. But he's somebody who has been there for the last what, 30 years. He knows every nook and cranny of both Amethi and Raebareli. He's known to people. And I think it was a rare insult to call him a peer.